If at the end of this video you can't ride a bike, come for 1 million. Hi guys, so today, if you saw from the thumbnail, or if you clicked on the thumbnail, that means you don't know how to ride a bike. Why don't you know how to ride a bike? At your age, at this time of your life, how don't you know how to ride a bike? Anyways, I'm about to teach you how to ride a bike. This is very easy, something really easy. But I think I'm just saying that because I know how to ride a bike, or I've been riding a bike for a while. Anyways, if you really want to ride a bike, I'm going to make it as easy as possible. I hope you learn from this. All you need is your bike and this video. So put a camera somewhere, or just sit in your room and learn it. But I hope you actually practice this. This is what helped me, and this is what may help you. So in a second, I'll go and take my bike and then I'll come and show you guys how to go about the whole thing. This is my bike, right? So I am come to show you how to actually get on a bike, what to do, etc. etc. If you are a girl and you don't want to really learn this and you have some training wheels that you are more comfortable with, feel free and use them. But if you are a guy and you want to use training wheels, come on, that's not way. Okay, so first thing you want to do, right, obviously get onto the bike, right? So boom, now you're on. Make sure that if you are a beginner, right, and you are on a bike that is big, your feet can touch the floor. That's very important for balance, right? So if you are if the bike is really small, it's not, I won't advise it, but it should be such that when you sit on it, your legs can touch the floor, like so, right? Now what you want to do is always make sure when you are riding a bike, you are in constant motion, right? Because when you sit on a bike and you put your leg on the paddles, right, and you leave it, right, so you put the feet on the paddle, right, like this, chances are you will fall, right? So you don't want to do that, right? So take that out of your mind. Don't think about that. What you want to do, right, sit on the bike, put one leg on the paddle, right, and then use your other leg to push, and then you continue riding, right? Also, something you want to get behind your head. Without learning how to ride a bike, you can't do anything else, right? So without learning how to ride a bike, you can't go and get additions like how I have on mine, right? Without learning how to ride a bike, you can't stand while riding the bike. Without learning how to ride a bike, you can't do a wheelie, right? Or you can't jump with a bike, or you can't even do a backflip with a bike, So what you want to master at this moment is riding a bike. So if you can master riding a bike, then everything else it won't come easy, but it will be easier than not knowing how to ride a bike. So first step, it doesn't matter which paddle you put your foot on. Put your foot on any one of the paddles, right? But when I was learning, I was told that try and get the paddle to the top. Right? So right now it's at the bottom, and because I know how to ride a bike, I can easily do it. But if you are starting out, right, try and get the paddle to the top, or like the middle, so that it can give you some push, right? So something like this is fine. Something like this level is fine, right? So all you want to do right now is to put your foot on this paddle, right? And then use this other foot to push. It can be the other way around. You can use this foot on the paddle, use this leg to push. All right, so we go. So step one, put your foot on the paddle, put one foot on the paddle, and then use your other leg to push. Remember, the bike always has to be in motion so that you don't fall, right? So you need to keep balance by moving forward. I guess that makes sense. Anyways, put your foot on the paddle, use your other leg to push. So what you are doing with your other leg is this, right? You are doing this. So if you are totally new to riding a bike, right, you can also try this as like a practice, right? So just be doing this. You can just be doing that over and over and over again until you feel like you can master pushing the bike with one leg, right? Then what you want to do is put one foot on the paddle, right? And then press down, use this leg to push. So it can be the other way, right? It can be this one, this way. What I would advise is that you put, as in when you put your leg on this one, make sure it's in the air, you know, just to give you some, I think I've already said this, but just to give you some, you know, some leeway, some push, right? So you put his leg on the paddle, right? Use his leg to push back. So, right, so step on the floor, step firmly, and then push back. So now what you want to do is, after you finish doing your practicing, what you want to do is put your leg on the, this is very important, right? Put your leg on the paddle, use your other leg to push back, right? You will fall a couple times, but then because I'm a, you know, a pro, or I'm preferably better than somebody who hasn't done this before, I can, you know, I can choose to do different things. But if you are starting out, right, very, very important, put your leg on one of the paddles, use your other leg to push back, and don't stop pedaling. Don't stop pedaling. Do not stop. And there are no circumstances. Do not stop pedaling, right? Unless you want to stop, right? When you want to stop and you don't know how to, right? Normally, the bikes will have brakes, right? So, you know, this is the front brake, back brake, right? It can be interchanged. I don't, you know, it doesn't really matter. But what you want to do, or what you want to keep in mind, you keep pedaling. When you want to stop, you can put your legs down on the floor and step firmly, right? So assuming this is me, right, riding my bike, and I'm moving out of control, right? So my bike is going, all I'll do is put my leg down and step firmly, right? If you don't step firmly, what you will do is you will end up hurting your knees and, you know, hurting other parts of your body. So that's like an emergency brake. Step firmly onto the ground and try your best, your hardest best to stop the bike, right? But then that's not the way to stop it. But you know, if you are in a dire situation where maybe your brakes have failed you and there's nothing else you can do, or remember, step firmly onto the ground and stop the bike, right? So I'm going to take it again. So you put your foot on one of the pedals, use your other leg to push back, and then don't stop pedaling, right? So I'm going to, you know, show you the final product. So this is, right? Don't stop pedaling. Don't stop pedaling, right? Don't stop pedaling. And then that's it. You step firmly to, you know, release, as in to stop the bike. That's if you don't, your brakes are not working, or you forget to use the brake and you're about to hit something. Step firmly. I will tell you that your footwear or whatever you use to stop the bike will, you know, cause some damage, like it will get some damage, but it is better than, you know, you hurting your whole body, right? So yeah, all right, so that's how to ride your bike. If this video helped you, feel free to give me a thumbs up and all that crazy stuff. And if this video didn't help you, probably you just have to watch it again and take your time and actually learn. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Some people might know how to ride a bike, or some people might learn how to ride a bike in a day, but you are not, you know, just anybody, right? So if you still can't ride your bike after this, watch the video and, you know, be patient with yourself. You don't learn things like that, right? And riding your bike is something, when you learn once, you never have to learn it again. You never, I'm telling you, if somebody knocks you out, if you end up in a coma, wake up, God forbid, and you hold a bike, you will be able to ride it. Riding a bike is something you can never forget. It's like walking, right? So, you know, if this video helped you in any way, leave a comment, you know, like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. As always, peace. Happy riding.